Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our journey of raising self-awareness or raising our inner awareness through understanding three referencing systems, and so that we can create a desired life. So in the previous section, we have gone through the principle of light. Allow me to share my screen. Yeah. So we have done with the principle of light. And now we've moved to another principle. It will help us to achieve what we want simpler, and it's called the principle of impeccable question. Impeccable question. Impeccable. Okay. So before we go into this principle, we need to know the concept of positive and negative. You think that we need to know the concept of positive and negative? You might think that why do we need to differentiate negative and positive? Is it a simple words? What do we need to differentiate that? We need to do that because we never know we are negative or positive if there is no standard for us, or if there is no standard point. And what is standard point here that we use to determine something is negative or positive? For example, we are in the light to buy a coffee in a coffee shop, and somebody just go ahead and cut our light, cut ahead of us, stay in front of us. So what do you think? Is it negative or is it positive? That event is negative or positive to us? I mean to you, because you are in the light. So it's a negative event to you. Am I right? Because you want to buy a coffee and somebody just uh, go ahead and cut ahead of you and stay in front of you while you have waiting a long time in that queue, that line. So it's a negative event to you because it go against your will. Now we have the words. It goes against your will or your desire. And go against. Okay? So against. And how about that event? If it's negative or positive to the person who just cut your light, cuts your queue, it's a positive event to them. Why? Because it's go along their will. So we never know if that event of that situation of that thing or ourselves is negative or positive we if we don't defy if we don't defy or know our will. What is our will? What is our desire? Okay, did you get this point? Right. Now let's move to um, impact to the principle of impeccable question. So we want transform, transformation. We want to grow up. We want to change ourselves positively. We want to be a better person every day, to be a better version of us every single day. All of us want that. Is it correct? We don't want that. So we want to put it in a word that we want a transformation, a transformation. So now we dig deeper in this word to know what is the cause of our transformation. So what is the cause of our transformation? Give me a second, I need to much. What is the cause of our transformation? Do you have any idea in your mind? So the expert gives us a word that is understanding. We need to understand why we have to change, why we have to take action. There's two words for represents for transformation. Does take action and change. To know that someone's is transforming, so we base on their action. If they take action or not, or just be idle, or they have changed or not. So a person's change or take actions when they understand why they need to change or why they need to take action. You see your children playing games, and you told them, and you ask them why you don't sit on your table and study. Why are you playing games whole day? And they keep playing games. And they keep playing games. Why? Because you don't explain to them why they need to sit down in their study table, study desk to study instead of playing games. And what they understand right now, maybe playing games will make them happier, more comfortable, or they could be a hero or heroine in those games. So people never change or take any action if they don't understand why they have to do that, why they need that transformation, or in a simple words, they need to change or need to take action. If you explain to your children why they need to study instead of playing games, they could do as you will. And you explain to them, study right now could benefit their life in the future in many ways, for example, or at least at this moment, how it's beneficial to their life, and how is the benefits of studying could affect their life more than playing games affect to their life, and they will change. It's easy, right? So we need to make people understand why they have to do that. They could do that. maybe in our mindset, we understand why we have to do that or they need to do that. But in their mindset, they don't know. They don't know exactly as what we know, as what we understand. So we need to spend time with them. We need to explain so that they can understand what they need to change or why they need to take action. They could do. So what makes people understand something? What makes people understand something? What is the direct element or direct factors that make people understand something? And the experts also give us these words. Enlightenment. Hmm. When we got enlightenment or when we have an insight or that is the moment that we realize something. For example, sometimes you just nod your head, tap on your lap and say, ah, I realize that. Ah, I know it, I know it. So that is the moment we also can call it a an enlightened moment. An enlightened moment. So after that enlightened moment, we understand it. And after understand, we take action and we change. Or take action or we change ourselves. So we need enlightenment to understand it. Or somebody call it a aha moment. Aha moment. So no matter uh, how long our life is, what matter is when we get the enlightenment or when we we are enlightened. Okay, so it doesn't matter how long our life is uh, or how old we are. What really matters is when we get the enlightenment. Because after the enlightenment is the process of understanding. And after that is the stage of transformation. Two people work in the same company. The first ones worked there for about 10 years. And the second one stayed there for just a few years. But the second one um, got a promotion faster. He just got into the company and just few years after that, he got a promotion. So what is the difference between the two? Because the second one, even though he just got into that industry or in that company, but he got more enlightenment than the first one. So he had more understanding than the first one, and he has taken action and change more than the first one. So that he has, if he worked 3 years in that industry, so he has 3 year experience in that industry. But the first ones who worked 10 years already in the industry, but if he just got 1 year enlightenment, so it means that he got 1 year experience and just repeat that 1 year 10 times. I repeat at this point. The second one just got into, he's a newbie in that industry, and just got into that industry for about 3 years. But every day he get enlightenment in the industry, in that field. And so every day he has something new, he understands something new in that industry, and he takes action. So he worked 3 years in that industry and he got 3 year experience. 3 year experience in the industry. And so that's why he got a promotion. And the first one, who worked 10 years in the same company, the same industry. But if his enlightenment he just got enlightenment within 1 year, without 1 year, and no more after that, it means that he has 1 year experience in that industry, and he repeats that experience 10 times because he worked 10 years in that industry or in that company. You get my point? So it doesn't matter how old you are, how long your life is. What really matters is when you get enlightenment. Because after you get enlightenment, you understand. After that, you have the transformation. So that is the meaning of enlightenment here. And people have three ways to get enlightenment. The first one, that's through his contemplation. Contemplation. Through contemplating, and he got an enlightenment. So those people are just a few, like they like the elite of the elite. Just few people can do that. Got the enlightenment through contemplating and just observe the life, and they get the enlightenment. And the second way to get the enlightenment, that through experience. Through experience, we experience something, and then we get enlightenment. And we understand something new, and then we change or we take action. But our experience could be a bad, very bad experience. Maybe it could be a nightmare to someone. Is it? Have you ever experienced something that you think is a nightmare in your life? So experience could bring about suffering, sorrow, anxiety, insecurity, a lot of negative emotions, and it could leave us with a scar, right? Through our experience, some things could be healed, but some things still there. So if we use experience to get enlightenment, it's also good because after that we grow up. But there is a simpler way or more gentle way to get enlightenment, that is through study, like this, through studying from wise men, from guru, from masters, from a lot of people, uh, a lot of wise people around us, that we get enlightenment. And we don't need to experience something maybe it's very dangerous or it's very horrible to get enlightenment. Or in the meantime, we could not contemplate to get enlightenment. So we can get enlightenment through study. Through study is a simpler way for us to grow. And we can combine these three ways to get enlightenment. So we could start with study, and then we get some lesson first, and after that we experience life, and we applied what we have studied, some lesson that we get from what we have been studying, and we experience our life in a more in a simpler way, more joyful way, and gentle way. And after we have experienced that, we contemplate what had passed in our life, and we have a new enlightenment. So this is the more gentle way to get enlightenment. Okay. But what starts our enlightenment? What is the direct factor that leads to our enlightenment? We have this word, quest. Do you have any question in your mind? they stick to your mind day and night, day and week, and month and years. Is there all the time, and it's really a big question for your life. Do you have any questions like that? If you have it one day, through something, maybe through study, through experience, through contemplating, you get enlightenment, and then you understand. You have the answer for this quest. You get enlightenment and you understand. And you change and take action. So that is the role of the quest here. And the quest, there are two directions of a quest that we had discovered earlier. That is the negative and the positive quest. Negative and positive quest. A negative quest could cause a negative enlightenment and lead to the negative understanding and create or produce a negative transformation. When we say transformation, there is also negative transformations. It doesn't mean that it's always right or always positive transformation. If we have positive quest, and then we will have the positive enlightenment, positive understanding, and positive transformation. Or change positively, take action positively. That is the role of negative and positive in our quest. To identify if it's negative or positive, we need to know our will. We need to navigate what is our will. We need to define what is our will. So what caused the quest in our mind? Is from question. We have the questions in our mind for a long time. Days, nights, weeks, months, years. It becomes a quest. So it's not a question what I'm gonna eat later. Another one. It should be the thing that it just stick in your mind in a long time. You really want to find the answer so that you can change. So that kind of question will build the quest in our mind, and through that quest, some days we will get the enlightenment, and then we understand, and we have the transformation. So let's see how negative and positive quests played in this principle. Impeccable quest. Okay. Hmm. Let's uh let's take an example. Let's take two women as an example. So they have both of them have uh, their own family and encounter the same issue or same problem with their husbands. The first one, both husbands come home very late at night, and every time they get home, they are in a drunk state heavily. And the first wife, the first woman, have the question in her mind: what should I do to make my husband love me more, to make my husband care more about our family, and spend more time with me and the family and my family, our family. So that are these are the questions of the first woman. The second one has this question: why d- he why does he always come home late? Is he have did he have an affair with someone, or does he still love me? So with these questions, do you think which one has more opportunities to be happy? Which one do you think that would could have between the two, the first woman and the second one? Which one has more chance to be happy? The first one, right? Because her questions or her quest is positive. She will find the way to know how to make her husband love her more and make her husband take care of the family more. And then when she get enlightenment, she understands, and then she change in a way to make him love her more, and to make him uh, and to take action to make him love her more and take care of the family more. But the second woman with these questions, maybe there is some illusion in her mind that her husband have has an affair, and then because of that negative enlightenment, she understand in that way, and sometimes she calls him, she gives a very bad words to him, and because of this negative transformation, this could cause a break in a bond uh, between her husband and her. So you get this point. So it's really important to define our questions or our quest is negative or positive, because it could lead to the positive or negative transformation. So that is what the principle of impeccable questions 1, 2, and share with us. If you have any questions, just raise your hand or just put it in the chat box so I could see it. Thank you, Nana. Okay, got that. Thank you. If you have any questions or want me to clarify something, just let me know. I really appreciate your presence and always support. All right. If we have no question here, we've moved on to the next principle. This principle is so interesting, and I know it could be the same with the principle of light and the principle of impeccable quest. We can't apply it to our life. Simply, and it names the principle of activating human brain. Okay, activating human brain. You know, in our brain, there's thoughts, there are ways in our brain. And when we receive new signals, when we receive a new signals, it will create a new path inside our brain. And the more we do that, the more of that signals appear in our mind, that path or that ways will be enhanced and deepened in our mind, in our brain. So that's why when we learn something new, at first we don't remember much, but day by day, week by weeks, year by years, the more we exposed to it, the more it's deepened in our mind. So we can we even can do it or do that skill without thinking. It's like automatic. It's like automatic appeared in our mind. Have you ever trained your any skill in that way? when we're so familiar with something, it will work in that way. So the principle of activating human brains will help us to see the beauty of other people, to see the beauty inside us, to see the beauty or the miracle in our future, because we see it, so our future will go along with our will, uh, because we see it, so that we change or we take actions are along what we see. And to activate our human brain, we have three terms. I will use three terms. First, from a new lesson. New lesson. Did you learn something new? Have you learned something new today? If you find something new today, it's a new lesson to you. It's a new lesson to you. Or it could be a meaningful lesson. And then if you learn something, it could be new or old to us, but you apply it. You can't. It's applicable lesson. If it's a applicable lesson, we applied the lesson that we know, we learned, or we get enlightenment. It is our new lesson, and we apply it to our life. And then to have enlightenment or insight, or realize. Or it could be insight. Insight. So every day, you find something new in our life, in your life, and you apply it to your life, and you have enlightenment, some enlightenment or some insights, or you realize something. In a simple word, just you realize something, and you do these three times frequently, so you can create a new path in your brain, which can see lessons, always sees the lesson in every circumstance, and can apply it, what you have learned to your life, and always realize something new, getting insights or have the answer for your question. the enlightenment. So it will make your brain work automatically to find the lesson in any circumstance and apply it to your life and got insight for your life. So that's principle we call principle of activating human brain. The more we do that, the more beauty that we see in people, in us, in our life, in our future, in everywhere. There's a quote I love so much, and it said, there are two ways to live your life. The first one, that is, nothing is miracle. The second one is, everything is miracle. So it's your choice. It's your choice to choose which one do you want. If you choose nothing is miracle, so your life has no miracle, no beauty, no hope. But if you choose everything, it's a miracle. So miracle is everywhere. Just open our eyes or just sense it. We can see it. We can grab it. We can use it for our life. That is the usage of activating human brain. So we can apply it. Right now we can apply it. If you buy it since this morning until now, what you have inferred from what I share, is there any new lesson to you, or any applicable lesson to you, or any insight, enlightenment, or insight, or you realize something? Or you can let me know, or you can put it in your notebook, write it down. The more we do that in any event or any situation that we encounter in life, the more we do that, the more uh, possibilities we activate our human brain to see the beauty, to see the miracle in everywhere. Let's do it, okay? Let's do it. I'm doing it every day. I'm doing it every day. And I love to apply it every lesson I have learned to my life, and I see that miracles everywhere. And now I'm here, have the opportunity to share what I have learned. The value that I get to you is a blessing to me. It is a blessing to me. And I'm so grateful for your presence, for your support, for all of kind words that you sent to me. Is is a great motivation for me, to be better every day, every single day, so that I can add more value to my life in this world. And maybe it could benefit to someone. And now every day I have a goal. I have a goal to do 10,000 lessons, 10,000 lessons in 8 months, because our masters uh, suggest that we should do that. And after 8 months doing it uh, to have 10,000 lessons, let's see how we transform. And the number 10,000 used a lot in in any industry to see if someone is an expert in that industry or not. For example, uh to to be a qualified coach or an expert in coaching trainings, they need or they need around 10,000 hours sharing coaching, for example. So this 10,000 numbers has a lot of meanings to be skillful uh, or developed in any skill. And you know, in our body, the cells has their change, it's changed, but there are some cells of some kind of organs that's change are and count by days. But there are some is the tissues, the cells that change by weeks, by months, and there are some cells that change by years. And they said that in science, they said that in each every 6 months, most of our human cells change. Most of human cells change. And around 1 year, the majority of more than 90% of our cells change. And if we repeat it 3 times for 3 years, let's say, for in 3 years, in 3 years, in these 3 years, we are completely transformed. We are completely transformed. And together with that, we do 10,000 lessons. Together with that, we do 10,000 lessons. So you could imagine how we transform. We could imagine how we can transform to be a very new, upgrade, upgrade version, a very new version of Earth. And maybe we don't realize how can how we can transform so much beautiful like that. So in this 3 year, if you can set it's a goal to have 10,000 lessons, and let's see what could happen to your life, how beautiful it's, how beautiful it is, your transformation in your life. And if you do, if you set this goal, let's check this 10,000 lessons and you do it for 3 years, every day you need around 9.1 lessons. So we're up to 10 lessons every day to find a new lesson in your life and apply it to your life, or you have the answer for your quest enlightenment with just 10 uh with just 10 lessons every day. Do you think that you can do it? Do you think you can do it? It's simple, right? Just 10 lessons every day. After 3 years, let's see how we transform. Thank you. Thank you, teacher Nhi, mentor Nhi. Thank you for your support. So let's see if we set it a goal, and let's see us after 3 years doing that. Okay. Worth waiting for, looking forward to see our transformation. All right. Do you have any question, or do you want me to clear it down? Just raise your hand or put your question in the chat box or in the comments so that we can clarify it together. So if not, let's move on to the next um, interesting, the next interesting module. We have gone through three principles, and we know that if we go along the principles are laws that influence or control a human life, our life will much easier, simpler, more gentle and joyful. And now we've moved to find out what are the laws controlling our life. Okay. So in this journey, uh, we will focus on two laws that are controlling the human life greatly. And if you ever know about this one, uh, there are two laws that affect our life greatly. The first one is dependent origination. The first one is the dependent origination law. And the second one is the cause and effect. Cause and effect law. These two laws affect our life, human life, greatly. Have you ever heard about cause and effect? There's cause, so there's effect. Okay, so there's origination, there's origins, and so that's why there are some things that depends on it. So we call it dependent origination. So it's on talking about the same thing. There's cause, so there's effect. And these two laws give us the concept, give us the formula, give us this formula. That a good cause good causes go with suitable condition will give out a good result. The results or desire result could be a desire. Okay, desire results. Cause and conditions will give out a result. And if we have a good cause, go with a suitable condition, it will give us a desired result, the result that we want, or a good result that we want. That is the formula of the laws and effects and dependent originations laws tell us. It's simple like we have a mango fruit. That's we have a mango fruit here. And when we eat that, we see that inside a mango fruit, there's a seed, right? The core, the seed. And so to have that mango fruit, it comes from a seed, a mango seed, and then they just sow it uh, in the plant, and then with some conditions like they water it, fertilize, they put some fertilize, but they put some fertilize, and then there's sunlight, wind, and a lot of conditions, lot of good conditions or suitable conditions for it to for the mango tree to grow, and then one day is bear the fruit for us, and then we have the fruit, mango fruit. We can see it in our nature, right? We can see it in our nature. So to have the fruit, or to have the result, is need to comes from a seed, or here we call it a cause, and with the condition of every resource to have that that tree grow in, and then one day is grow enough and is bear a fruit for us. So everything have the same concept or the same path, this course, and that course goes along with a conditions or some conditions, and this will create a result. So if we have a good courses and suitable conditions, we could have a desired result, or the result that we want, the result that goes along with our will. That is the formula we get from the above two laws: cause and effect and dependent origination. So in this journey, we will focus on the causes, and then we find out what is the good causes. So we build us we build us to be a good cause, or we cultivate a good cause inside us. Okay, build a good cause inside us, and with the suitable condition, it will give out the it will gives out the give out the result that we want. Okay, do you have any question or any doubt want me to clarify before we get to know our course, before we get to know our good course, so that we can build or create our desired life, a desired result, as the title up here that we see, the title up here that we see, create a desired life. Okay, so let's move to the next model. That we find out what is the core, or what are the causes for life, or good causes for life. So to view about a reality. Our reality that we have in this moment to view the reality, our reality. So what do you think we need to use to view our reality? From what perspective? From what view? Or from which view that we see or we explain about our reality? So the experts uh, has told us there are three views to see one's reality. The first one is from science. Is a science affect greatly to someone's life? Some people just are based on science. What science prove or give or say, they will do the same. They don't believe in other things, just science, because they said they prove and they prove what the theory that I have, so I believe in them, and I just believe in them. So sometimes I think science also a kind of religion. Do you think so? And another view to see the reality of someone, or its effect uh, mostly in someone's reality, that is religion or faith. Somebody, mm, somebody doesn't have any religion, but they have faith in something. Anyone mm, could have faith in something. So their religions are, or their faith affect a lot of in their life, which creates their reality. And there is one more view that we can see, or we can explain, or we can deduce to a reality, that is philosophy. Philosophy. There are mm, many philosophical teachers since before, very long before until now, that affect to to human minds to see one thing or to do something. So these three views, science, religion of faith, and philosophy, affects maturity to one's humans, to one's reality. Some people just believe in science. Some people just believe in religions, their religion or faith, tell them what to do or how to do, they could do the same. And someone just listen to the, I think that is a good philosophy and it just follow it. And because of these views, it's affect our life and it creates our reality. Hmm. And from science, we have a formula. We have a formula. We have a formula is called the formula of life origin, the formula of life origin. We will go to the science view first with the formula of life origin. Okay. And with science viewpoint, everything starts from the result. So on the left, right corner, we have results. From the result, we will retrieve and find out what is the root. Now, what are the roots? What are the cause of that result? So if I might ask some questions to you so that we can see clearer in each element of the of this formula so that we understand what is the root of the life origins or the root of our reality from the viewpoint of science. Okay, and if it's convenient, so I hope that you can cooperate with me to find out the root of our reality. So I will make some questions. And if there is a word tell you about um, how it affects directly to the result that you have today, what is that word? What is that term? What is that term or that word that you think is affect directly to the result that you have today? Any ideas? Any idea? We have This one. Choice. Choice. Is it choice? Which creates our result directly. Let's say from beginning until now, from the moment that we were aware of our life, of this world, or even before that, when we were born, uh, we chose eat or don't eat something. We chose play or not play something. We chose a state in that house or stay in another house. We chose work, that job, or another job. We chose where to live. We make a lot of decisions in our life. And a series of those choices or decisions create our reality or the result that we get today. Do you agree with me? So that's why we say that choice is the factor that affects directly to the result that we get today. So if you want to change your result, just change your choice. Just change your choice. Okay? If you want to change the result, change your choice. And if you have the self-awareness here, you just raise your self-awareness or inner awareness. Because the tendency of of people, most of people, that they they think the if that is the good result, and they said that uh, that is their choice, or they make it to have the good result. If it's a bad result, they will blame someone. No, it's not me because he or she or other people do that. That's why we have the bad result. But here, if we really understand that our choice affect or create directly our result, so then we just raise our self-awareness that we take full responsibility for our life. We take over the right to drive our life. We don't let anyone control our life because we take full responsibility. So that's why we have the right to control our life. We don't put it on other people's hands. Okay, so choice. If you really have this self-awareness, you take full responsibility of everything that happened in your life to you. This is the first step to go to happiness or to go to your desired life because you take full responsibility for that. full responsibility, not 99%, not 99%. If just 99%, so there's left ones, it means that 1% can control your life, and 1% you put your happiness on other people's hands, and that 1% can change your life. So until you take full responsibility for your life, for the results that you get, for your choice, you raise your self-awareness. And congratulations to you if you have that inner awareness or self-awareness. So what? Okay. So what create or affect our choice? We have these words, like and fit, like and fit, like and fit. Because I like it, so I make that choice or make that decision because I think it fits me. The job fits me. I do that one. I like this hairstyle, so I have that haircut style. I like this t-shirt, so I wear it today because I like it or I think it fits me. So I make the choice. Okay. If I say that the health problem that you have, just in case that people who have the health problem, if I say that you have the health problems, it means that you like it. Do you agree with me? Because you said that, but the result, you agree with me that the result you get today is from 100 from you, from your choice. And the choice from what you like or what fits you. And if you said that, so the result you get today is about a health problem. So is it okay to say that you like that health problem? So it comes to you, it appeared in your life. No, it's not suitable. It's weird to say so, right? So, but we can use the word fit. That health problem fits you with that lifestyle, with that the way you eat, the way you take care of your body fits your health problem. Mm. So it's choice. What make us like something or think it fits us? We have and the experts told us that we have this one characteristic. because of our characteristics. Our characters is different. So that we like something or we think it fits us. Characteristics. So so it means that if we change our characteristics, we could change our choice, and then we change our result. Do you agree with me? But do you know what is the characteristics would lead to the good result or will lead to the desired result that we want? No, there is no research about that. Uh, no, there is no such research. So we don't know exactly the exact characteristics could lead to the desired result that we want. But we know, so that's why we don't focus on change our characteristics, to change our choice, to change our result. But we know that as long as our characteristics change, the choice changes and the results change. We just don't know what the exact characteristics uh, could lead to the desired result, so that we can change our characteristics. And our characteristics also change very quickly. Uh, do you see that sometimes in the morning that we have these characteristics, but in the afternoon we change already, and at night totally different. Sometimes we can be very gentle to someone, but sometimes we could get angry with them, but sometimes we didn't do anything. We just think it's don't take any actions or react on their behavior. So our characteristics change a lot. Sometimes it's not fixed to any particular characteristic, right? So because characteristic is not a root, so we don't focus on it. The root is something that as long as we apply it, it's change. We change. All right, so we move to the next one. What cars our characteristics? We have this one. Habits. Habits. Mm. We have the habit to wake up early in the morning. Maybe our characteristics would be very positive. Usually, those who wake up early in the mornings, they quite positive uh, type. So the habits they wake every day in the morning, early, early in the morning. It creates similar characteristics suitable to that habit. And because of that characteristics we like or we think it fits us to make the choice, and then the result give out the respective result. And there are a lot of habits in this life. And do you know that what are the habits could lead to a definite divide result that we need? There are some books they share about the habits of successful people. It's useful actually, but there are some people who can't commit to the guide, to the instruction to train them to have that habit. But some others couldn't do that. And we also are not sure if that habits are really good to lead to a good result. Most of the good habits of successful people wake up very early in the morning. But there are many people who also wake up early in the morning, but they are not that successful. They wake up early to go to the farm, for example, or they wake up early to go to the market if they are the seller in the market. Hello, teacher Young.
Hello.
Thank you for being here with me.
You're welcome.
Thời điểm đó anh dự định và thì bạn
So that's why we don't focus on the habits. We don't focus on the habits, though we know that if we change our habits, our characteristics change, and our choice change, and the result change. But because the habit is not the root, the cause, the root cause. So that's why we don't focus on the habit, or focus on changing the habit to change our result. So the next questions could be, what is the cause of our habit? What creates the habits? And the experts also give us the information, this information, that is action. Through actions, we create or we build a habit. If we do something repeatedly, consistently, every single day for about 21 days, 60 days, a year, a few years, do you think that it could create or build a habit for you? So it's actions, but we know that if we change our actions, we can change the habits, and we can change our characteristics and change our choice, and we get a different result. But actions is more varies than other factors. We don't know exactly which actions we should take to create a a good result or desired result that we want. So we also don't focus on the actions. But so what creates our action or lead to our action? That is our thought. Thoughts. Thoughts. We think about something and then we do it. We think that later we could cook something to eat, and then we eat and have lunch, and then we continue this journey, this process. So because of the thought of thinking, we take actions and then repeat the actions every single day for many days, and it's built a habit to us, and then we has different characteristics, different choice, and different results. But in a second, how many thoughts do we have in our mind? I read an article and they said that in a day we have about more than 10,000 thoughts, and if we divide into the second, so each second we could have more than 20 thoughts just go inside our mind. And there are some thoughts or thinkings that we are not aware of. They're in the subconsciousness. So because we know that if we change our thoughts, we can change our result, but we don't know exact thoughts or thinking could lead to the good result. And we also don't know the thoughts appeared in our mind. We're just aware of some thoughts with the consciousness, with the conscious mind. So what form our thoughts? What navigate our thought? The experts also give us this information, that is our belief. Our belief system. For the thoughts in our heads. And they said that everyone has the belief. Everyone has the belief. No one has no belief. Everyone has the belief. And if we believe something, in which direction we will have the respective result. Okay, again, everyone has their own belief, and which direction of the belief will give out the respective result. And there are two directions of how belief. One, negative belief. Second, positive belief. The positive belief will give out the positive result. The negative belief give out the negative result. For example, have you ever experienced the situation that you want to do something, but somebody stop you? Especially your loved ones stops you, don't allow you to do that. Have you ever experienced that? If yes, do you think that they believe in you or they don't believe in you? With the concept that, with the idea that everyone has the belief. So here we can say that they have the belief in you. They believe in you. But what they believe is that you cannot do that. If you do that, you will fail. So that's why they stop you. Because they love you, so they stop you. And the belief in which directions will give out the respective results. Okay? Mm. So we need to differentiate these two terms. Self-based belief. Self-based belief and will. Okay. Our will. The belief we mentioned in the formula of life origin is the self-based belief. And if it's go against the will, our will, so the self-based belief always wins. And if they are the same, of course, the results could be a good result, which are the same with our will and our self-based belief. But if they are contradicting to each other, self-based belief always wins. So go back to the previous scenario that we made. If we want to do something and our loved one stops us to do that, it means that there's self-based belief that we cannot do that. So they just take the action that stop us to do that. And if they stop us and you stop, it means that your self-based belief or your belief think that you cannot do that. That's why you stop. And the result that you stop it and you cannot do that, it is sense. It could be the same with your self-based belief. And what you want to do is just from your will, not from your self-based belief. So that's why some people said that if you said everyone has the belief and which direction of our belief will give the respective results. So why I believe that I'm successful, but I still fail. So to answer that questions, which is based on the result. If the result you felt, it means that your self-based belief is you fail. And you said that you believe you are successful. It's just from your will, not your self-based belief. Like we ask a lot of people who no one wants an unhappy life, right? Everyone wants happiness. But why the result they get is an unhappy life? Because the self-based believe in that way. They believe that they could not have the happiness. So that's why if we want to know what is our self-based belief or our belief, just look at our results and then we can navigate or define our belief. Let's say Thomas Edison's the one who created light bulb, bring light to our world. And I heard that he had felt a lot of time, around 10,000 times, before he reached to the formula that can create a light. So on the way, he comes to the successful formula. If he thinks that he felt, he just stopped there. 10,000 steps is not a, a short journey, it's a long journey. But if he stopped in between, it means that his belief is he felt. So that's why he stopped. But his belief that he could be successful. So that's why he keeps moving forward. And then he reached to the formula that can help you to produce the light. So if you want to know what's your belief, just look at your result, and then we can divide our belief right that moment. Okay, so just go back to our formula. We are clear. We are clear about the belief for self-based belief. All right, so the belief can help us form or navigate the thoughts. Navigate. The thought. So if you want to change the result, just change your belief. Sometimes from your belief, it's go directly to your choice. And it doesn't go through thought, action, habits, characteristic to have a choice. If you believe the good quality in that product, when you go to the supermarket, just get it. You don't need to think, or you need to think to make the decision. Just right away get that one. So the belief will change. The belief will change our choice and change our result. Okay, so it's not that easy to change our belief, right? If it's easy, so everybody can change it already. If you want to change the result, the belief, we need to know what is the cause of our belief. And that is our mental image. Images. Mental images. Mental images. To like clarify mental images, or to clear what is their mental images, I have these activities and hope that you can join us, join me. That you think about, think of two people. It could be your loved ones, your colleagues, your friends, anyone, just two people. And when you think about them, there's an image about them into your mind, right? So you just you just list down on your paper or your notebook or anywhere that you can note down on your phone. 5 words that describes your feelings and thinking about your loved ones or that 2 people. So each one you have 5 words to describe your feeling and what you think about that person, and then you move to the second one and also do the same. Okay, when you write down, write it directly, immediately. Stop thinking. We don't need to think. We don't need to think to write down about the images we have about our loved ones, because it's already in our mind. If we think, it's not an image anymore. Okay, so I will give you 5 minutes. I will give you 5 minutes to do that, and I will stop. Oh, no, not necessary. I will give you 5 minutes. Okay. So, welcome back. So, do you have any image or any words that you write out about your loved ones? Anyone? Do you want to collaborate with me to clear the idea of mental images here? If you watch again this video, let's do that. You'll see that how our relationship with that person represent or state in the words that we write out about them. If there are more positive terms or words about them than negative words, it means that our relationship is quite good. Quite good. If our 5 words are positive, it means that your relationship is super good. But if our 5 words are just negative, it means that you need to build the relationship harmoniously. So you have some words which represent your image about your loved ones. And do you think those images are from them, from the person you are view, or from your mind? The things is from you or from themselves? If it's from themselves, so it should be the same, right? It should be the same in everybody's mind about that person. But if you think they are happy, but the other person thinks no, they are not happy, they are so serious. So everybody has different images about someone or about a situation or about an event. It means that those images is not from those events or persons or situations, but it's from our mind. We have a story to help us understand this point. I put here on this page a thing, an object, okay? An object, an item. And what do you call this one? What do you call this one? A marker, right? We call this a marker because we use this to write on this paper. And if there is a puppy, if there is a puppy here, and he sees this item and he grab it, play with it. So what is this to him? What is this to him? It could be a toy to him. That's why he play with this item. But it's a marker to us. It's a marker to us, right? Because we use this to write out on the paper. So in this room, there's no human, there's no puppy, no dog. Everyone just out of the room. And here only this one here. So what do you think is will turn into? What is it now? What is it now? Is it still a marker or a toy? It's nothing, right? Because there is no observer, no one's acknowledge or notice their existence. So it's nothing because if it's a marker who to whom? If it's a toy to whom? No observer to observe this item. So when we open the door and human and puppy come in. So right away, what is it? What does it become? Right? Is it a marker to human and a toy? Could be a toy to the puppy. So who is right and who is wrong? No right, no wrong, because it's really a marker to human, but it's just a toy to the puppy. Both are right. Okay, both are right. So do you think is these items, the image that we have about these items is from us, or from itself? From itself that we see the image, or from us, from our minds that we see the image of this item? It's from our mind, right? Because how we perceive it, it creates the mental image about that item in our mind. So if you say so, I want it to be a diamond, a piece of diamond. Can I do that because it's from our mind? Let's try. Let's try. We close our eyes and then we imagine it's a diamond, a piece of diamond. Okay, diamond. We think it's diamond. Opened our eyes. And what do we see? Why is still a marker? It's still a marker. Why? You said it is from my mind, and now I want it to be a diamond. Why is still a marker? Because receipt of marker's image about this item is already deepening inside our mind, unless you change the image about this one, or else you just imagine, or that is your just your imagination. It's not real. It's not the real image that you have in your mind about this item, because you see it's a marker, but someone else see it as uh, sorry, see it as a product that they can commercialize. They can sell it and they can earn money from this product. They think it's nowadays seems many people use this marker to write on the paper and then share the idea or they open a live webinar and they also use the same techniques and tools. So maybe it would be a big market to sell this item, this marker. So they will connect to find some suppliers and sell this one. Sell this one. And after they sell this item and they get a revenue, they get a profit from that, they can buy a diamond and it turned to be a diamond from this marker. Is this okay to do that way? Okay, but somebody think it in a very different way. So they think is more value than that, because through this tool, this item, this marker, we are deliver a meaningful message, or we are deliver meaningful messages to other people or to the world with the purpose to have these words would be more beautiful if we say in this way. So this is more than a marker to them, right? So what is it? It depends on our mind, our mental images about that item, about the object. Okay. So if you want to change the result, like you want to change it, to turn it into diamond, you need to change the images. You need to change your mental images about that object, about that person, about that event, about that situation. So the root that causes the result that we have today, or the reality that we have today, is the mental images in the viewpoint of science. Okay. So what could change our images? What could change our images? We have four words. What you hear, what you see, what you know, and what you speak. From what you hear, what you see, what you know, and what you speak daily, create your mental images. Let's say when you were young, you lived in a family that they argued every day, fight every day, and what you hear, what you see, what you know, and what you speak about a family is all about fighting, it's all about unhappiness, it's all about arguments, a lot of negative emotions in a family. So it creates your mental images negatively about a family. And then the result, you can say that most of people who live in an unhappy family, if they have their family in the future or now, they mostly the result could be the same as their family, their big family. Some people said that when they were young, they didn't like the way their parents treat them. But when they grow up and they have their own family, one day they realize that they behaved in the same way that their parents did to them, and they use the same way to treat their children, even though they are not aware of that. But because of what they hear, what they see, what they know, and what they speak daily, is create their mental images, create their self-belief, uh, self-based belief. So that's why create the result that they get today. And if you want to change your mental images, simply just change, just control what you hear and what you see daily, and then control or change what you know, and change what you speak. You know what? The first time that I learned about this formula, I applied it to my relationship with my family. And every time I have a chance to share about this formula, I am so grateful for this one, for this knowledge, because it's changed my relationships significantly, beautifully. At first, when I did the activity that I shared with you earlier, that write down 5 words about a person in your life, which describes of your feeling or your thoughts about that one. At first, there are some negative, some positive words or terms about my loved ones. And then I want to apply this formula to change my my relationship with my family at that time. So I control what I hear and what I see about them. At that time, I stayed quite far away from them, and what I hear and what I see is usually just through uh, about one person through another person. So usually, when in a family, people talk to each other. Sometimes they will complain, they will blame about other people, what other people do. So what I hear and see is through the lens of other people about another one. Usually, as I hear and see it in a negative way. So then I control what I hear and see. If my family member talking about another family member in a negative way, I just say, can you change the topic, or can you say something positive or beautiful about a person? I want to hear about that. And then they change the topic if they don't want to mention about that person anymore. So I control what I hear and what I see, and sometimes I just say that I'm busy. I got things to do, so we can talk about it later. So we control what we hear and what we see about uh, that person, and then I spend time and I write down around 5 words about a particular member in my family. For each member, I also choose the same, write out 5 words and I look deep into the images. If I see um, any positive or beautiful message about them, and I write down around 5 words, and then I keep it in mind. And every time I think about them, I try to think about those 5 words. And when I talk to them, when I speak to them, I speak to them as if they are those people. As if they are those people. So that's why this changed, gradually it changed my mental images about my family members, and then it changed the result quickly. Right after I changed my mental images, the result changed. And I can create a strong bond between me and my family's members. So this is the formula. And if it's the formula, you just apply it and you get the result. Simple. Okay. So just control what you hear and what you see, and then change what you know and what you speak. When your mental images change, your actions cannot be the same. The actions will change because that is your belief. Because that is your belief, so your choice change and the result change. And we have these words. Clear images and give out results. Clear images gives out the results. Clear results. If you want something but the images about that is not clear, there's no result. Actually, there's result. The result that is you haven't achieved it. All right, and when you change images, change result change. Results change. Clear images is the result. Images change, result change. Okay. And we have one more concept here. It is empty nature of everything. Okay. everything in this world has an empty nature. What is the empty nature? It means that it can be anything because it's empty. So it can be anything. We can feel anything inside. Everything is a marker. We feel the image of marker in it. It could be a marker to us. If we feel the images of diamonds in it, it could be a diamond to someone or to us. Or if we feel the image of a very valuable marker, it could be a very valuable marker to us. So anything in this world has the empty nature, It can be anything. So the wise man said, if you are someone, you cannot be anyone else. If you are someone, you cannot be anyone else. But if you are nobody, you can be anyone you want. If you are nobody, you can be anyone you want. Because we also an object in this world and we has an empty nature. It has an empty nature. So go back to our here. Formula of y origins. So we know that the root or the cause of our result in the viewpoint of science, that is the mental images. And there are 4 key points we need to remember here. First is we have the awareness that every result or reality that we get today is from our choice. 100% from our choice. All right? Do you agree? Agree with me in this point? And when we have this self-awareness, we raise our self-awareness to another level, to a higher level, so that we don't blame anybody, we don't blame ourselves. We just know that it's our responsibility because we made the choice. Even if somebody forced us to make a choice, we choose to let other people make us to make that choice, force us to make that choice. So at this point, we just keep in mind that life origin is from ourselves, but it's not our fault. But it's not our fault. Because what the choice, any decision we made at that moment is the most suitable one to make. Okay. If our awareness changed, we already changed our choice. So when we always want the best for us and for the people around us, right? So whatever decision that you made, or the choice that you made at that moment is the ultimate right. So no blame on ourselves or blame on other people. Just take the full responsibility for that. So that is the first point. The second one, we need to know that everybody in this world has their belief, and the direction of their belief will give out the respective results. If they believe it positively, they will give the positive result. If they believe it's negatively, it will give negative result. That's it. And we need to differentiate between the self-based belief and our will. And when they are contradicting, our self-based beliefs always wins. So our questions are the quest to how to make them, our self-based belief and wills, are the same, agree to each other. So to change our belief, we go to the third point. That is, mental images create our belief. Just change our mental images, we can change our result. And in these mental images gives us an idea about the empty nature of everything. So it is something because it's from our mind. If we change our mental images about it, it will change in our eyes. And it has empty natures, so it can be anything, or we can be anyone, or our loved ones can be anyone in our eyes. Okay, so the 4 key points we need to remember here is to change our images, mental images. We need to control what we hear, what we see about that person, about that situation, about that event. And then we change what we know about that object, the person, or whatever you are talking about, and change, because what you hear, what you see are controlled, and what you know about that person also change. So what you speak to that person also change. So change what you know, what you speak, and control what you hear and what you see. You change your mental images, and then you have the result you want. So first step, to apply this formula of life origins into your life, you need to know, identify, or define what is the result you want. This is the first ever questions you need to make for yourself. What is the result you want? What is the desired result you want? And then just focus on creating the mental images, which is the same with the result you want. And because you know where you need to go, you know what is the images you need to have, then you focus on control what you hear and what you see. To be the same with the image, with the mental image that you want to create, and to control and to change what you know and what you speak to create the mental images that you want. Like I have done with my family, or you can do it on your own way, how to control what you hear, what you see, and how you change what you know, what you speak. Anyway, as long as it's change your mental images, and then it should change the result. The clearer images you have, the better result you get. and image chains, resource chains. Okay, so this is what the Formula of Life Origins want to share to you, and also what I want to deliver to you. Hopefully you get some things, benefits here, and you can apply it to your life, to desire your life. Anyone's want to comment or want me to clarify some points or want to share something? Please raise your hand, or you can put it in the chat box. All right, if there is no no one want to share, or it's not convenient for you to share your opinions or your lessons, we'll put it off here. We will have a break about 2 hours, and we come back at 3:30 p.m. in the Philippines, and it could be 2:30 p.m. In Vietnam, and you can mix the equivalent to your time zone. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your presence and support me, give me all the nice words, and I really appreciate your contribution to this live webinar. Hope to see you soon later in 2 hours, and if you have times, please join me, and then we can together find out the roots of our life, and then we can create a desired life or the dream life that we want. Thank you so much. Enjoy your lunch, which could be night in some areas, and enjoy your time, and hope to see you soon. I will start sharing the screens. Thank you so much, everyone. I could start live stream on Facebook now. Bye, everyone, and stop recording.